has now announced an ex-gratia of rupees 10 lakh each for the cane of the Pak shelling victims. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has today announced that ex-gratia for each of the next of kin of those who lost their lives in the Pakistani shelling in the Union Territory. An additional District Development Commissioner and 19 villagers have been killed in Poonch, Rajouri, Jammu and the Baramulla sectors in the past 4 days after Indian armed forces struck 9 terrorist infrastructure targets across the border on the 7th of May, and that new list of the 5 top terrorists also with us here. But General, you were just talking about strategic restraint that we've been able to manage here. Our civilians have lost their lives. It's not just civilian areas, we're talking about religious sites as well. Almost sort of like pushing India to make the same mistakes, pushing India to carry out these same irresponsible military actions. But where will one draw the line? I mean, one has to do that now, don't they?
See, what I'm trying to say, right from strategic restraint, we have shifted to strategic messaging. We sent the first message in 2016, look, the red lines are crossed, we did a surgical strike. In 2019, the deterrence was there till 2019. Then we did Balakot to avenge the deaths of those 40 CRPF soldiers. Now again they have tried it. But as our political leadership has said, the one-off strikes we have done in the 9 terrorist camp, and they say you don't escalate, we don't escalate. Now the time has come when they're looking for a pause. We must give a opportunity to them to exit. Every human you must give, or any nation you must give an exit policy, otherwise it retaliates. But at the same time, like I brought out, we should quit from the top and on our own terms. We should dictate the terms and ensure that those terms are not negated. And there's always a second time, if we quit from the top, he has got the message that we have got the stamina, the war endurance, and also the political will and the military power. We are a very strong nation. We can take them to the end. However, like I said, there's always a strategic pause required. If they learn the lesson, otherwise there's the next time always to bring that. That is, from the beginning on the 7th May when we struck the terror camp, we said this is one-off to teach you a lesson that behave, become a good nation, look after your people and look after your vote story and don't interfere, meddle in Kashmir and India. Now we are on the top. It is best to quit from the top and on our own terms. We must dictate the terms so that the strategic deterrence remains forever. That is what my take on this subject is. But however, I want to add, our political leadership and the military leadership is very, very mature. They must be thinking the best options for them, what to do ahead. Therefore, they need to move ahead with the messaging what the Pakis have done based on the talks today. They are trying to withdraw, take a backward step. We must use this opportunity either to escalate or to drive a pause if they have learned a lesson.